Welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. This is the welcoming to the podcast, and my name is Matthew. This is...
that must make me Rachel?
I believe so, and yes, this just might be the coolest stuff on the planet. Welcome to it.
And today we are finishing up our little series that we've been doing on Japan. This is part 3. To finalize the series, we're going to check out a place that is both remote and mysterious. Yonaguni Island.
But specifically the Yonaguni Monument, which we'll get to in a minute. Yonaguni Island is the westernmost part of Japan. It's part of the Ryukyu archipelago of islands and located about 75 miles east of Taiwan.
This little island, and it is a tiny little island, is famous for a couple of very interesting things. One, a tiny breed of native horses called Yonaguni horses.
Mm-hmm.
They're about 3.5 feet tall. They're so cute. Giant moss, and actually they're the largest moss in the world. They're called Yonaguni Atlas moss.
Yes.
You see this here?
Mm-hmm.
Also, they make this killer, I think it's a kind of sake or an alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's 120 proof. It's called hanazake.
Oh.
It's pretty wicked sounding.
Yes.
And the island is also famous for scuba diving.
Well, speaking of scuba diving, let's take a little trip here. I think Lizzie's going to help us out. All right, we're going diving. Oh, see now you can spot large schools of hammerheads in the winter if you're down here under the water, like we are right now. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a whale shark. But Yonaguni is most famous for the Yonaguni Monument. In 1986, a local diver discovered a peculiar rock structure in the southern coast off of the island.
When you look at it and you see these images here, it seems to have some man-made features, steps, terraces, roads, and has led some to believe that it uncovered a lost sort of Atlantis-like civilization under the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's often been called the Japanese Atlantis. So, of course, Scientists were very interested in this monument, and studies followed, and a little controversy.
Maybe a little bit. So there are basically two theories about the Yonaguni Monument. Professor Kimura, a marine geologist from the University of Ryukyu in Okinawa, he's a leading proponent of the theory that the structures are man-made. Now, he claims to have found walls, water channels, stone tools, and even a stone tablet with markings that appear to be artificial, at least to him.
Mm-hmm. Some of his initial research, he originally thought that the ruins were possibly around 10,000 years old.
Wow.
It'd be before the earliest Western civilization, so it would be a big deal. As of 2007, his current research now suggests that it's closer to 3,000 to 1,500 years ago.
Oh, okay. That would make more sense to me. However,
this is based on some carbon dating and tests that he did of the ruins. Okay. And so his current theory is that some sort of seismic event, like an earthquake or a tsunami, would have buried the civilization under the sea.
Well, others, like Dr. Robert Schoch of Boston University, they dispute these theories, and they believe the rock structure is very much natural and shaped into blocky structures due to the makeup of the rocks, which are mostly sedimentary, ocean currents that carve away the rock, and tectonic activity, which would cause some of the stuff it tends to look like stairs, where it just gets kind of sharp break.
Long, even parallel lines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dr. Schoch says that there is evidence of an early civilization on the island. Also, he admits that these humans may have altered part of the structure that's closest to the shore and made it look a little more perfect, is what he's thinking, the stuff that would have been accessible to these people at the time. As
of the current date, there is no conclusive answer to the mystery of the Yonaguni rock structures.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do something a little new.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try some listener mail.
So today we have a listener mail from Nathan, who writes to us about our Victoria Falls podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to read his response here. It's fairly short. He says, "Hey guys, I watched your last podcast entry. Been watching since episode 1 about Victoria Falls, and I was very impressed. I'm from Zimbabwe and have lived in Victoria Falls. I now live in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I just wanted to say that you nailed the part about the falls being an adventure paradise, but you seem to leave out the most popular of the adrenaline activities, whitewater rafting. The rapids below the falls are the most amazing rapids you can ever think of rafting. I haven't rafted them myself, for lack of guts, but I am reliably informed that it is an awesome experience. Again, a job well done. No words can ever do justice to actually seeing the falls themselves. I am always in awe every time I go. Looking forward to your next installment. Keep up the good work. Regards, Nathan.
So if you have any ideas, suggestions, criticisms, maybe you want to compliment us,
Or send us a fun picture.
yeah, say of your cat or of, a place you've been, send that stuff to travelpodcast@howstuffworks.com.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit howstuffworks.com and let us know what you think. Email travelpodcast@howstuffworks.com. Don't forget to check out our other podcasts, free on iTunes.